Hello and welcome, Katie here. Thanks so much for stopping by. I am excited to be back with another project for Miss Ink Stamps. And today I'm using a stencil to do some mixed media stenciling. Wasn't sure exactly how to label this video, but we're going to do mixed media cards using one stencil and a sentiment stamp. So the stencil I'm going to use is the Floral Wave Offset stencil from Miss Ink Stamps. I've got some Elements ink pads from Lavinia, but I'm going to give you some other brand combinations in case you don't have the Elements ink pads. Blending brushes, hot press watercolor paper is what I'm going to use. I'm going to start with the A2 size card panel. This one I cut down to 4 by 5 1/4, coming in with Mermaid, and it's a really strong color, so I'm trying not to use too much of it, but I want to keep it deep up at one end and then kind of fade and blend it out towards the middle end, so that I've got a nice color fade with the lime punch that I'm going to come in with here in just a second. So lime punch is really a really vibrant yellowy green color. I love it. Now, if you don't have Elements ink pads, you can go ahead and use Twisted Citron, Peacock Feathers, and Chipped Sapphire in Distress ink. I'm not sure you're going to get the same effect with the oxides because that's more of a chalk color. So definitely go with just a regular Distress inks. Now, if you don't have Distress inks for some reason, or you don't have all those colors, you could do VersaFine Clair in Verdant, Warm Breeze, and Twilight. Now, I haven't shown the darker color, the Chipped Sapphire, and the Twilight. I'm going to use dark denim for my dark blue in the Elements line. But the Twilight or Chipped Sapphire will work as a dupe for your dark denim. So I got that all blended together. Now I'm coming in with my Floral Wave Offset stencil, and I'm going to use a fine detail blending brush with that dark denim. So this is where you would put your Chipped Sapphire or your Twilight VersaFine Clair. Now I'm starting off with this smaller, more concentrated detailed blending brush because I want it to be nice and strong there where the flower is, the floral part is, and fade it out. Now my hand starts to get tired because I'm trying to fade it out with that little brush, so I end up coming in with a makeup brush. I use makeup brushes regularly when I'm ink blending. I have eyeshadow brushes that I use, and in this case I'm going to come in with a flat kabuki. I'm going to show that here right now, and this is what you use to put foundation on, and it works really well. It gives a nice soft fade out, which is what I was looking for from from our center there. And of course it covers a bigger surface, so it worked out really well. Now I'm using hot press watercolor paper. This is Strathmore 500 series. Any 100% cotton hot press watercolor paper is going to work. I like the Strathmore because it's affordable. Now, I've got repositionable adhesive on the back of my stencil, so I'm being careful. You can see I kind of tore the paper a little bit, so just be mindful if you use repositionable adhesive on your watercolor paper that can happen. We're going to cover that up, so no worries there. Now, I'm coming in now with another makeup brush. This is a tapered kabuki, and using lime punch and starting with the center. As you can see, I just changed the location of my floral image. We're going to change it again when I go and put the cards together, but fading out the lime punch there from the center, and now I'm going to come in with Mermaid and blend that till I'm happy with the color that I was looking for, and then we'll take that stencil off. Now, the reason I was able to, the reason I did 2 A1 size cards, which is this panel and the next one coming up, is because when I cut my A2 size down, I had a piece that I wasn't going to be able to use on an A2 size card, so I cut that in half. So the panel for the A1 size measures 2 3/8 by 4 inches long. So just so you have some size measurements. I'll have all that in the description box below and also on the blog post over at Miss Ink Stamps if you're looking for that, as well as the color combinations as alternatives to the Elements ink pads. So now I'm doing the second panel. I thought I was filming. I started with that line punch, coming in again with the mermaid. And once I get that on, and I didn't want too much mermaid, but just enough. But I'm going to come in with that dark denim and the kabuki brush there and blend that around. And it creates the prettiest teal turquoisey green. I just love it. I love this color combination. I have another video that'll be coming out with Imagine using that Verdant Warm Breeze, and I actually used Paradise for that one, but so Paradise will work too if you don't have Twilight. So once I get this all blended up, I'm going to remove that stencil. And I do want to mention, I do clean the stencils in between each one because I don't want the color contamination. And here they are all done. And now we're going to grunge it up. So got some sheer shimmer sparkle. You can use Perfect Pearl in water in this as well if you don't have the sheer shimmer sparkle spray. And now I'm coming in with some Irresistible texture spray. This is from Imagine, and using Wedding Dress, Silver, and Paris Dusk. I bought these specifically to splatter with. I had no desire to spray with them, so I couldn't recommend them more for splattering, honestly. And the one thing you'll see is I've got some big splotches in that silver. We're going to cover those up with the sentiment, so don't worry about that. It happens. You know what? Splatter's splattering. You can't control it. And here I am doing a little bit of controlled splattering by manually dropping my sprayer thing onto the card panel. So everything's dry. Now I want to create a backdrop for this particular panel onto one of the A2 or A1 card bases. So this is Creative Medium. This is a shimmer texture paste, if you will. If you don't have this, you can use some gel medium and either Perfect Pearls. You could do your Pearl X Interference Gold, because it's going to give a gold shimmer when you shine it in the light. Or you can just do like the macro or micro Pearl X and mix that in so that you can have like a tone on tone. Pearl White for the Pearl X would work also. And so piecing everything together, double-sided adhesive all around, and these sentiments come from the Everyday Sentiments, and I've layered those onto a piece of Star Dream Metallic Lapis Lazuli cardstock, so that dark blue, and it gives a little subtle shimmer to that. And here are the cards finished. The video, the photos do not give these enough shimmery justice. I just love how these turned out, and I hope you did too. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Be sure and check the description box below and follow along over at Miss Ink Stamps Facebook group and share what you guys are making. We'd love to see what you guys are doing. Products used will be in the description box below, and I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you in the next video.